The views and opinions expressed by the On the Spot with David Rodgers show are solely based on the show's hosts, guests, and viewers. We are solely responsible for all show content in its entirety and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of any sponsors in any way. These broadcasts are presented and made public by the On the Spot with David Rodgers team in the hope that it will be entertaining and informative to our viewers and listening audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's 7 o'clock and time for On the Spot with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers.
Good afternoon and welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, and right alongside the super Dave Holland. No, I left something. No, the Dancing Destroyer, Super Dave Holland. Don't forget the Dancing Destroyer. Hey, we're here for another Tuesday night show. No Byron Bagwell with us tonight as he's feeling under the weather tonight. No Austin Stevens tonight as I will be giving the weather report for the region and the area. We do have a special guest tonight as right now for the rest of the month, we're going to be talking about Start Splash Bash. And we have one of our very own that I've been to every meeting with, and that's Judith Young. She's in charge of our vendors. We'll be talking about all the vendors that we're going to have there this year and some other things and some other updates that we're aware of and that we can pass on. So from here till the end of the month and right before the Start Splash Bash, we're going to keep giving you a dose of Start Splash Bash news as it comes our way and as we get ready and finalize everything that we have. But this show is all about you. I want to welcome all the viewers to the show. Again, thank you for joining us on the spot with David Rodgers, the Facebook Live podcast that you can watch each and every Tuesday night as you'll get your local news, you'll get your national news, you'll get sports, especially the Bradford Tornadoes, and other things as well. So if you have a topic of discussion that you would like to for us to entertain and for us to do, all you got to do is do this. Go to onthespot32091@gmail.com. That's onthespot32091@gmail.com. Send us a little message. Hey, pop it up. There it is right there coming across the your viewing device, whatever that may be. It could be your cell phone. It could be your iPad. It could be your computer. Dave, I know people that put it across their big screen TV.
Yeah,
that is new. Right to it. So you can get your viewing, however you're viewing this show. We just appreciate that you're viewing it. So again, welcome in. We're going to start off our show as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic quote of the night. So again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Anybody that's got a hat on, please remove your hat and let's go into prayer. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we have as our brotherhood, the DOR, the Defenders of the Republic, and the new high priest of the new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth, as we thank you, Neil Bortz, for that as well. And God bless him and whatever he's doing now. And thank you for just letting us have today. Thank you for letting us have this time. Thank you for letting us have this period of time to get with our viewers and to let our viewers know what's going on each and every week, not only in their region, not only in their city and their county, but also nationally, statewide, nationally, and sports and whatever is else, dear Lord, that we need to bring forth to our viewing audience. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, dear Lord, the United States of America. Doesn't matter what's going on with us, dear Lord. I know we have our own issues and our own troubles, but with your guiding hand and your pulse of your hand on each and every one of us, that we can turn this around, dear Lord, and make this, again, the most powerful and greatest and freest nation in the whole world today, dear Lord. Thank you for the armed forces, each and every one of those men and women that are serving, either domestically or abroad, dear Lord. Keep your hedge of protection over them. Place your hand on them, dear Lord, so they can get back and see their families as well, dear Lord. Also bless the ones, families that are left, for the ones that's given the ultimate sacrifice, dear Lord. That's their life for for this great country, for the red, white, and blue. Please just keep your hands on them too, dear Lord. Thank you for our first responders, each and every one of those young men and women that are serving today, dear Lord, and that you keep a hedge of protection over them as they go out and do their jobs and their duties as they need be, dear Lord. Again, that's why we can sleep at night. That's why we're safe in our own home. And if we need help, dear Lord, whether it's medical, whether it's fire, whether it's the police, that they'll be there, dear Lord, because they are giving their lives as well to make sure that we're safe. Thank you for our workers, our frontline workers, each and every one of them, especially our farmers, our truck drivers, our railroad workers, our pilots, anybody that delivers supplies to all these great cities and all these great counties and all these great states, dear Lord, that you just keep a hedge of protection over them and just keep them moving and going forward in the right direction. Any of the other workers that work here in the United States, dear Lord, all the workers, anybody that makes America go, please keep your hand on them as well. Any spoken or unspoken prayer request, dear Lord, that you touch each and every one of them as well. They need it. You got the comforting hand. You are the ultimate comforter. Please touch each and every one of them. Also bless the food that we receive each and every day as it goes to the nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to thy service. Again, thank you for this time. Thank you for this day. Thank you for tonight. And thank you for the rest of the great week that we're going to have. And we ask for these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. And the congregation says, Amen. Let us stand, please, if we would, as we're going to honor our great flag and our great country. We're going to do the pledge. And I'm going to ask Mr. Dave Holland if he would stand with us and say the pledge for us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
Yes,
again,
sir.
Welcome into the show. I am your creator and host, David Rodgers, going solo tonight until we get to some news that we've got coming up for you that we busted off last week here. No Byron Bagwell because he's under the weather. We hope that he starts feeling better again. No Austin Stevens, our weather guy. He's busy doing some things, and he's also under the weather. But he did assure me, David, that this show, as soon as it goes off, he will be downloading it to YouTube. So it may be there before 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So that would be great news. But we do have in-house our producer and our director. He is the dancing destroyer himself, Super Dave Holland. Say hello, David, and just give a little update on how you feeling, brother.
Hello, everybody, and glad to be back at the show tonight. We had a pretty good show last week.
We did.
We're going to have a good one this week as well. Just want to let everybody know I'm doing pretty good. Back at work, not full-time, but I am back at work, and did 100 haircuts last week.
Yeah, and really wasn't a week, was it, Dave? Because
4 days.
4 days, and you even took a day off in between there because you wanted to make sure you were resting up. So you really did about 100 haircuts in about 3.5 days.
That's right.
Yeah. So
everything went good, and I think I'm back on the back
in the saddle
again. Yeah,
back in the saddle.
Back in that saddle.
Back in that saddle. And I want to also thank my producer and, of course, my director, Dave Holland, for checking in on me. As last Thursday, I didn't even do trivia, David. You know that's bad when I don't do trivia. But I had a bad stomach virus and sort of a mix of the flu a little bit. It kept me down for me not able to go to work on Thursday and Friday.
It wasn't scary except 2 or 3 days ago, you had the same thing go through you.
Yeah.
You felt better, and then it came back again.
Yeah, it was, and I'm glad that you said that because whatever this is, and I know that it's going around whatever it is, I don't even know what to call it because I don't know if they know what to call it, to be honest with you. And I would feel better, and then I would go back and just, it would just hit me again. And, man, I just, I was out there, and Judith is going to join us. She's back in the back there, but she joined me for some ticket sales, and we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. But she was talking to me, man, just going along, and the next thing you know, man, I'm over there nodding off. That's a serious note. I know I wasn't feeling well, but I was out there. I did need to get out there, David, and get a little sun, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Get a little fresh air. And that really started the road to recovery. After I left Judith and the team over there, I actually went home, and I stopped actually by the store and got me some soup and some things like that, put that in my body, and relaxed the rest of the day. Saturday, started feeling a little bit better Sunday. Then it came back a little bit, David, on Sunday. And then Monday went in. It was a down day for us over there, but I went in and did some work and felt a little bit better. And today, David, out of 100%, I'll give you a number. I feel about 90%. So, which is not bad, you know, considering where I was. 90% is not bad. So,
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving on. Patriotic quote of the night. Here it is. It is a founding father. All y'all can guess. Judith is keeping up with my guests and viewers that's going to be on the show tonight. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. You involve me and I learn. Which famous founding father said that? I'll give y'all a chance to chime in on that. Again, welcome to the show. Got a lot of things to talk about. No Michael Heater tonight, unless he gets here before the show is over, but we do have a great special guest that I've known for a long time. We've been friends for a while. Very interesting young lady. She's lived here, and she's lived down south. She's lived here. She's lived in Union County, went to school in Union County, actually got me to do her 20th, excuse me. I'm thinking about myself on the 40th. Yeah, she goes, slow down, Dave, slow down. Yeah, 20-year reunion over at Bell Oaks Barn a couple of years ago, and I'll tell you, she's very interesting. I think people will like her. She's our events, actually our vendor coordinator. Her name is Judith Young. Y'all probably know her. If y'all needed an oil change or y'all need an oil change, y'all probably have drove through their shop, Revels, down there. She works down there along with her other half. I'm not going to say the better half because I don't want to get hit when she comes here. So I'm just going to say the other half.
He is the better one out of the two of us.
Oh, I'm going to let you say that. I'm not going to say that.
I'll give him that one.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. I got lucky.
There you go.
Hope he's watching.
Yeah, hope he's watching too. Judith, have we had any guesses from our audience, from our viewing audience? Did anybody say anything to that? Did anybody take a guess at our patriotic?
Matt Peterson chimed in and said he wasn't a president.
He was not a president. That is correct.
That's what Matt Peterson has chimed in
Yeah.
with. And
Did anybody else guess yet?
nope, nothing else yet.
All right.
Lots of
He's
people
not
tuning
a
in.
president, but he was a
Founding
father.
Founding father.
Yes. All right. So, Judith, I'm going to let you take a guess, and then I'm going to go to Dave, and then we're going to move on with the rest of the show.
Matt Peterson just responded with Ben Franklin.
Okay. He likes Ben Franklin. Okay. What do you like, Judith?
If I had to guess, I would probably say Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. That's a great guess.
That's a great one.
That's a great one. David, do you like either one of those two, or do you want to go with something else?
I got something else.
Okay.
This founding father, he sounds like inexperienced man, coming in early in the group.
In the group.
And took the reins from another founding father, I'd say Samuel Adams.
Wow.
And I'm going to call John Hancock.
You're going to go John Hancock. Wow, what a guess. All three of those guesses are really good. And I will tell you this. One of you is right. So, we like to play a little card game. So I'm going to exclude one of you right now. Sorry, Dave. But that was a heck of a guess.
Yeah.
So now it leaves to Judith and to
Matt Peterson.
Matt said Ben, and you said Jefferson. Whew. David, that was 2 good guesses. Since you're out of it right now, who do you think is right of the 2? Let me put you on the spot. No pun intended.
I'm going to have to go with Jefferson.
You're going with Jefferson, so you're going that Judith is right.
I'm
okay.
pulling for that.
All right, you're pulling for that. All right. Well, guess what? You are absolutely wrong. Ben Franklin! Way to go, Matt Peterson. How about that?
I had 2 choices.
Yeah, you only had 2 choices.
I like the first strike.
There you go. Dave, I'll tell you what let's do. Let's take a quick commercial break as we go to the round table. Got some news and notes there. Can we take a quick break and let's go to the round table? We'll be back with the round table right after these messages.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
Here we are, back with the round table, and look who appears. Dave, you work magic all the time. So, I was sitting here by myself. Now, look who appears, our special guest, Judith Young. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, Bradford County.
Hello, Bradford County. That's exactly right. She's sitting in here with us tonight as we're going to be discussing several things. Look, Dave, we even went to the new studio. You had the other studio, and you moved us to the other one. How about that, huh? Great job, Dave. As always, you do a good job, and I really appreciate what you do. I want to thank everybody for joining in right now as Judith is joining me here. Got several things to talk about before we actually get into Splash Bash. I want to get y'all's opinion on something, as usually we have a lot of news and things like that we wrote up, but we didn't get a chance to do that today, so I'm going by the paper and by memory of some things that have happened. And the main thing that happened pretty much last week and during Memorial Day weekend was the 7 arrested in that Lake Butler pop-up party. Speaking of that, this is her home here.
That was a mess. That was definitely a mess for the Union County residents. And honestly, I've heard so many good things about all the responding agencies that came to Lake Butler's aid when they needed it. Honestly, we had so many law enforcement and first responders that showed up. Simple phone call, and they were there backing up Union County.
You know, and that's great that you mentioned that, Judith, because I work with a lot of people, several people that live in Union that you probably know that I know, but we can talk about that at a later time. But I do know that one of my co-workers, his sister was working at Laredo's when that was going on, and he went and picked her up. They shut every business down like they should have, got everybody out of there. People that were trying to get home made it home fairly safe. If it wasn't for those gunshots, I thought Lake Butler did a fantastic job on their own. It was just too many. When you're in a small town, in a small community like that, Judith can tell she lived there for 20 years. When you get something like that's that massive, it's hard for 7, 8, 9, 10 police officers to handle the crowd and everybody wanting to pretty much do their own thing, and fights and pushing and shoving and trying to get out of their egress, all that stuff, you know, that had come into play. And then of course, you know, Union, like they should have, and they did. They called for Bradford. Bradford come over there and help. They actually called Lake City as well, did they not? Columbia County responded. Yep.
There was no fighting and disturbance between them because all of the law enforcement worked together and got the town cleared out, got the disturbance cleared up, and return things to normal as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and they did a very good job in doing that.
Absolutely. Actually, Mike Heater, one of our own, was
Yep.
over there sitting in the
command post.
Yeah, absolutely. With actually one of our big performers, Mr. Eli Rodgers.
Yes, he was.
They were working side by side. Now, granted, they were very busy.
Yep.
But.
Yeah, and like you said, thanks and kudos to all those people, all the law enforcement that came in to play, the medics, everybody, fire, everybody was involved in this thing. Great job. 7 was arrested with this pop-up party. Again, every corner of the city was shut down immediately, and got a lot of these people out of there without really a lot of incidents, except the one a guy that shot, or whoever it was that shot the gun there. And
now, correct me if I'm mistaken, they have made an arrest in that at this time, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They actually
made an arrest.
They made actually 7 arrests, to include that, I do believe. So I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but Sheriff Gordon Smith and Brad Whitehead, they've been good friends for a long time, and they made some statements here about how the response was great, and things got to be moving back. But I hated to see that in Lake Butler. You know, you hardly ever hear anything going on in Union County, in Lake Butler. Even if it's a breaking story, Judith, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of.
Well, I think the last thing that came out of Lake Butler was probably that escaped inmate. I think that was probably the last thing I've heard from over there.
Yeah, and then a couple of years ago, I do believe it was 2 years ago, was it last year, with the football game. The incident that happened at the football game. I know that young man, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know what happened there. I was calling my own football game over here, and they said there was some disturbance, but I worked with this young man at FedEx, and he was a stand-up guy, stand-up worker, and I don't know. I don't want to say how that went down because I don't know, but I do know the character of that young man, and that if that did happen like they say, that was way out of character for that young man. And he's got a family. He's very big in his community. He coaches a lot of youth. And, I'm hoping that I do believe that has all been straightened out now. And I hope that things move forward from that incident. But besides those incidents that Judith talked about, I don't know of too many other things that go on over there.
No,
Everything is good.
It's a pretty sleepy little town.
It is. And
they go to work, they go to school, they go to church.
Yep.
And that's about it. It is truly quiet country living.
And also, man, a great lake over there. They've got a great little beach type area, boardwalk type area. It's very nice over there. Like I said, very quiet. And for this to happen, to me, yes, people are going to say, yeah, well, that leaves a black, but it doesn't. What are you supposed to do? That would be like 50,000 people coming here to Bradford County. That's about the same thing. We've got what, Dave? Judith, probably what, 30 officers, 40 officers in Bradford County? If we have that many? Combined.
Yeah.
So can you imagine those guys trying to handle 50,000 people or even 25,000 people? That's tough for a small community. I think these young people here that I'm looking at pictured here, they got ran off from Gainesville, right? This all started. It started in Ocala, really. Then they moved it up to Alachua and Gainesville, got run off from there. And then I guess somebody maybe that lived here or lives in Union or whatever said, why don't we go over to Union County? Hey, nothing's going on over there.
Yeah, that didn't fare well for them.
That did not fare well at the end of the day for them. You may have had your fun. And to be honest with you, I've seen a couple of videos, and I think you've seen the video too. There was a couple of fights here and there, girls pulling. But for the most part, honestly, what I heard, unless y'all heard something different, it was pretty calm. Until
I happened to see a couple of videos from people that I know in Lake Butler
Right.
that were posting videos to their timelines, and there was a lot of congestion in the streets with automobiles. There were people swerving across the road from lane to lane. They were driving through people's yards and doing donuts. It was not just an isolated event at the lake. They really did take over the entire town.
They did, and I'm glad you said that, because the same guy that I was telling is picking up his sister said, man, he weaved in and out of this stuff. He said there was girls in Jeeps twerking down the road and just doing stuff, man, that just shouldn't have been done. But look, and you remember, Dave, we just talked about this a few minutes ago before Judith came in, about what I thought you felt about this incident. Mm-hmm. And what did you tell me? You said, hey, man, parties goes on everywhere. It's how you conduct it and how you do it.
Absolutely. You know, you can't bring a gun to a party or...
No. There's a gun is, again, somebody's got to fire it. Yes, I agree. But if a weapon's there and you've got it in your hand, something's going to usually go down. And
well, nothing good ever happens from mixing alcohol and firearms to begin with. And we got to keep that in mind. They made some bad choices.
They did.
They probably not the best time to be waving around a firearm, and something happened.
And we're not saying everybody was a bad guy.
No,
there are individual groups that are just hateful groups that create all that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I heard, I'm not positive, that the actual shooting, that altercation started at one of the first locations where the party, from what I understood, it was like they followed that person there in order to seek revenge. So it was a revenge shooting, I guess, in my opinion.
Could have been.
Yeah, and it is. And you got to remember, some of these kids, first of all, I can see in this picture, I know several of these kids. First of all, a lot of them were underage. Let's go there. Second of all, the rest of the crowd was probably from 21 to 27, 28. I did see some responsible young people trying to break this stuff up in some of the videos that I've seen and some of the things that I did hear. There was some people that were trying to scatter people away. Hey, leave this mess alone. Let's go back to having a good time. But hey, you know, those were far and few in between, and you know, they can't control the whole crowd. So again, kudos to that. I did want to bring that up. I do want to say about 4-H offering summer day camp. The Bradford County 4-H program is offering a Discover 4-H summer day camp for youth ages 7 to 12 who live in Bradford County on July 25th and 26th. Camp times are 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day and will take place at the Ag Extension Office located at 2266 North Temple Avenue in Stark, just right down the road from us where we're at. Participants will explore a variety of the project areas offered in 4-H, including animals, plants, sewing, cooking, and art. Hands-on activities and field trips will be part of the fun. Cost, listen, save your money. It's $20 per kid. That's not bad. And registration is limited to 20 youth. So only 20 of you guys will be able to do this. The camp is open to current 4-H members and those who have an interest in finding out more about the youth development program. Non-members must register for 4-H before attending. 4-H and event registration can be found at v2.4honline.com. Yeah, not homeline or not hotline, but v2.4honline.com. Call the Bradford County Extension Office at 904-966-6224 for further information. Food distribution announced. A community-wide food distribution hosted by Feeding Northeast Florida and True Vine Ministry will take place Wednesday, June 14th. When is that? Tomorrow at the RJE Complex on Pine Street in Stark. Food boxes often include fresh produce, deli, bakery items, dairy, and some meat. Inventory is subject to availability. Excuse me. This institution is an equal opportunity provider. David, Judith has heard us, as she's watched the show many times.
I've been a long-time watcher. I've been a few-time caller. First-time guest.
Excuse me, yes. First-time guest. But I want to talk, we've talked about hunger here. We've talked about people in our very own counties the county that you're from, the county that we live in here, counties down and around us, in every county, in every city, in every state, in the whole United States, there is people that are starving right now, looking in dumpsters, looking in garbage cans, looking in wherever they can get their next meal. And that is just life. That is just the way it is. Yeah. But Judith, David, Byron, I've talked to about this, Mitchell, we can do something about this. This is stuff like these kind of things, these food drives, food distribution. Take advantage of this if you need it. If you don't need it and you're just wanting to hoard things, I don't like that. No. But if you really need it and you need food to feed your family and your kids, you're working 2, 3, and 4 jobs just to make things happen, this is for you. And I suggest that you go by and take advantage of that, because I'm telling you, one of my pet peeves, Judith, you've heard me talk about this many a times, one of the things that I can't stand is somebody that is hungry, that is truthful about their situation, and you see them digging in garbage cans. I ride through Gainesville all the time, and I'm like, what are you doing? They're in there just grabbing hamburgers that are thrown away, and it just hurts my heart, and it hurts me that we should be doing a lot better job. And I'm not just saying us three. I'm saying our government. I'm saying our people, our mass amounts of people that are doing well, that they should be helping these people.
Our country.
Yeah, well, it starts there.
Let's admit that so many of us are not doing so well right now. There has been a decline. We have had a shift in the wealth bracket, really. Like, so many people that felt like they were getting ahead and coming up off that poverty level and moving up into middle class and kind of having some comfort and stability in their lives, they've kind of been thrown a few steps backwards now. And nothing really has changed for them. They're still hardworking people, but taxes and inflation and other things that are going on in the economy in the world right now are really affecting local households.
Yeah, definitely a shift since COVID, and it seems like it's even gotten worse.
It really has.
And I see up on windows everywhere, help wanted, now hiring.
Absolutely,
you can't get nobody to work.
And that really is the big problem. And I would hate to phrase it as like people are just wanting a handout. That's not the situation. But people can't prioritize their employment the way that they once do. I don't know if it's been, to me, I look at it as a shift in mentality, I guess you could say. People just really aren't prioritizing that 9 to 5, that Monday through Friday, for that paycheck the way that they used to do.
They're getting money from somewhere.
And here we go. And I wanted to get into that. And I agree with both what both of you guys have said. And y'all used the word that I really like, and that was paradigm. There has been a paradigm shift in, like you said, status, class.
Yeah.
When I grew up, when you was growing up, there was different statuses. There was the very rich, the rich. You could break those down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you get to the middle class. Your upper middle class, middle class, or lower middle class. Yeah. And then you were poverty, poor, or
but still making it.
But still making it, or very poor, where you're having a hard time. You could break that down back 30 years ago, 35 years ago, into those brackets. What's happened now is exactly what you two have said. Inflation, the people that we vote into office, they take advantage of our voting them into office, and they line their own pockets. How do I have proof of that? I got proof of that. AOC, y'all know her?
Oh, everybody.
Good, y'all know her? She's a famous bartender for years. Man, I never heard of her until she got elected. And when she got elected, and she's been in office now, what, 4, 5, 6 years now? Whatever it is, 3, 4, 5 years. Her bank account is $20 million. You tell me how that occurs on a $162,000 yearly salary, which is, by the way, pretty damn good. I don't make that.
Yeah,
do you make that? Do you make that?
I don't think the three of us can.
I can assure you we don't. I bet you we're still shy. But that's what's going on. That's how all this shifting has occurred. Now, y'all have heard me say it. You've said it. I've heard you say it. The rich get richer. The poor get poorer.
Yeah.
Now, what's happened here? We now, unfortunately, even though we're middle class and we're okay, we're making it, we would be considered that, we're under the poor category. This in between, that middle class, doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist. It's a line of struggling to pay the bills.
Absolutely.
Or having enough money already set aside to pay the bills, but nobody's rich here.
No.
I mean, I know so many people right now that are just happy to pay their electric bill,
Absolutely.
or to pay their car note, and pay that entire payment for that month.
Mm-hmm.
That they're not making partial payments, and that actually is a big thing amongst people on our level in this community is knowing that they might be broke, but the bills are paid. They don't owe anything else, but
Right.
it took everything that they had just to do that.
Which leads me into, and we'll get back to that, Start Splash Bash, something that Michael Heater just thought in his head and created, and he just needed to put it on paper and make it roll. Last year, it was a free event. And free is great, man, because that means you paid your bills, now you can come out and enjoy and have a good time. Here's the problem. That event, we were only expecting 1,000 people.
I think it was 2,500 is what
that
we
what
were
we're
expecting,
okay.
and that was on the high end. Last year.
Right. And if you ask him, really, he'll sit there and tell you, I thought 1,000, 1,200, and she's right. We probably upped to 2,500. It was over 5,100 people. It doubled the number that we was expecting. Wow, great. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Now we've got year 2 of Splash Bash. Now, what has it become, Judith? Bigger, better, more things to do. What happens? It costs money to make that happen. Who has to absorb that? If you don't have major sponsors like we do have major sponsors. And like, again, Judith, we'll come back to this here in a minute. I'm just trying to pre-lead into something else. We have great sponsors, but still it takes other monies to cover other things.
Yeah.
So we have to put a price tag, unfortunately, for these kind of events.
But
$3?
We tried to keep it as minimal as
And that's
possible.
the thing.
Something that families with multiple kids would still be
be-
able to afford. That way everybody could attend and take part in all the activities.
Right. And look, we put a price tag of $3 prior to the event. And you've got many, and we're going to talk about this here in a minute. We've got many places where you can go buy your wristbands. Make sure you get your name signed after you read all the waivers and everything. And then still, David, $5 at the gate. Let's say you miss and you couldn't be there. It's still only $5 at the gate. A family of 4 can go for $20. Now, only, and Judith's going to talk about this, for the events that are out there. Just for the events that are out there. We're going to be talking food here in a minute, which is one of my favorite subjects, by the way. My stomach is growling already, and you don't get this kind of... well, look, I can show it to you visually. That's why my stomach is so big, because I love food. But we're going to talk about that here in a minute, besides the cost of food. But we're giving you time. We're still what, Judith? 3 weeks out? A little right at 3 weeks
out. And we have it set up to where no matter whether you work Monday through Friday and you're not able to come see me down at Revels or Beth at Sport and Chance, like the Monday through Friday business hours, Fun Point has wristbands. Fun Point is open late, and they are open weekends.
Yeah, only closed on Mondays.
Yes, they have them also.
Yep, and also, let's see. Michael is selling them at the sheriff's office, isn't he?
Michael has them.
Yep.
Melissa Cribbs has some.
Yep.
And I'm going to bring my wristbands Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night on the Heifer Stews food truck down at Strickland Scoop. So I will have them there in case somebody pops up and was like, hey, you're the girl.
You're the girl.
I'm the girl.
So But anyway, that's what I was leading to. And again, we're going to come back to this. But, you know, you read stories like this and you hear stories like this and you hear drives like this. Seriously, if you're in need, take advantage of this. Got another one for you. Church of God food distribution. David, you know, you see these in the paper all the time. Start Church of God by Faith and Farm. Share plan a food distribution on Thursday, June 15th from 10 to 11:30 a.m. The church is located at 730 Old Lottie Road in Stark. The distribution is open to Bradford County residents on the first and third Thursday of the month. And please take advantage of this if you're in need. If you're not in need, and just leave it for somebody that really needs this. You know, we've got kids, and Will Hartley and teachers and principals, Chris Coffey, all these guys, Chef Gordon Smith, all these people will tell you, some of the kids, you know, I feel bad sort of that the kids are out for something. No, I want them to have fun because I had my fun, you know, in the summer when I was a kid. But, you know, David and Judith, some of the kids in our district, in our school district, you know what? Their best meal is the one that they get at lunch. And that's a shame, man. That is a shame that the best meal that some of these kids get is at lunchtime. And right now, there is no school.
Yes.
So there is no school. So, you know, where they're getting their meals from. It's, you know, if mom and daddy's working, like we were saying, 1, 2, 3 jobs, whatever, and they're trying their best. Look, the bigger plan is, I've got a bigger plan. And maybe one of these days when we're not talking Start Splash Bash, I'll share that with you. It's a really simple plan, Dave. I've told you this before, and it could work nationally if somebody would just listen. But, hey, that's another story for another night. Did you know there was a shingle plant going up north of Lottie? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't know.
IKO, a Canada-based roofing, waterproofing, and insulation manufacturer, confirmed that it plans to construct a new manufacturing campus in Clay County about 5 miles north of the Bradford County line. How about that? Last November, the company applied for plant permits with the St. Johns River Water Management District. That same month, Clay County commissioners approved an economic development rebate and tangible personal property tax rebate for the project. The company said construction of the $270 million plant site would include an asphalt shingle production facility, an insulation board plant, and a commercial rolled roofing plant. The 300,000 square foot facility will initially employ, get this number, 100 people locally. That's 100 more good jobs. Mm-hmm. And they didn't say what the starting pay would be, but something like this, I assuming would be
manufacturing jobs.
You're looking
pretty decently.
Just north of 5 miles outside of Lottie, outside of the Highlands. Yep.
North of
going in toward Jacksonville, north of the Highlands, like going toward Clay, but just keep on 301. I do believe I know where this site is.
You know where they built that road? It's got all that.
All those things, yeah. That
side there.
This may be part of this. That could be.
I just thought.
Yeah, this could be part of that because that is north of the Highlands. So, also Bradford approves the electric franchise fee. I know I'm not even going to get into that tonight, unless you want to.
No, I was just going to point out one of our viewers tonight, Teresa Prescott, brought up something, and it just reminded that I had seen something. Most of the schools are serving breakfast and lunches. Mm-hmm. Designated schools at designated times are still feeding the kids during summer break.
Gotcha.
Since she mentioned it, I remember.
I thought they did. I just didn't see anything. I just didn't see it. Good mention. Who was that?
That was
Give credit.
Teresa Prescott.
Teresa Prescott. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining in. Going to have a little fun with you here a little bit later on here. Stock up on disaster supplies and save. We've got hurricane season coming. I hated
tell me about it. Right?
Hated to say that, but it is coming. So prepare yourself. Get your supplies. Get your batteries. Get your generators. Get your radios. Get whatever you need. Tissues, facial wipes, all that good stuff. Any kind of consumable. Your canned goods. your crackers, all that. Get that prepared because I'm sure that it's coming, and I hope we don't get one. I hope nobody gets one.
Now
but
we had a little test run for hurricane season the other night in the city of Stark with
Yeah.
our little power outage. We had the opportunity to break out our generator and make sure that everything was good to go and functioning properly. Probably the only house in the neighborhood had the TV and fans, the Wi-Fi. Had to break out the George Foreman grill and do some dinner, so we know we can survive a hurricane.
So you got a portable gen?
We do.
Yeah,
And
I do
honestly, it was a great investment.
Does it run off propane and?
No.
This one runs off gas?
I want one of those. It runs off
I
gas.
got one of those.
But it's just Nate and I. And
Yeah,
the dog.
yeah.
And honestly, I gotta have Wi-Fi and I gotta have fans for the dog. Siberian Huskies tend to not like the Florida humidity when the AC goes out. So.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see. Just a couple of other little things here. I'm not going to read the rest page because I'm on it. So I need no.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, I know it.
It's almost 8
Isn't it crazy, David?
Maybe we should.
Yeah, well, I think we should because we have 14 on, so maybe we should, and then we'll get into some. Wow, you know, David, it's funny when you're talking about topics like we talk about how time goes. We started at right about what 7:03, 7:04.
Yeah.
And look, we're already at 7:53 local time, Eastern time here. So thank you for joining in with us. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you do it, Judith. Why don't you go back and read some of those while I shuffle the cards there. Welcome in, Matt Peterson.
Okay, so let's get caught up. We got Melissa Cribbs.
Yep.
Hello, gang. My son is all the way up in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Listening in. I like that, Terre Haute, Indiana.
Ryan Young is, I was rooting on my mom being wrong.
Ah, look at that. He wanted his mom to be wrong.
I love my child, but he has my sense of humor. I totally expect that out of him.
I got you.
Let's see. Where'd we go?
Just start from the top. Just start back. Yeah. Let me do it. I'll do it. Let me do it.
It scrolled down accidentally.
Okay, then it's accidentally scrolled down. Well, we got 15 actual viewers live. So, again, welcome into the show. My name is David Rodgers. I'm creator and host of On the Spot with David Rodgers. To my right, he is our producer and our director. He is the dancing destroyer himself, Super Dave Holland. Hey, with his toe back, he will, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, in the next 2 weeks, he's going to show you guys how to do the Cupid Shuffle. I promise. We're going to get him to work on that. My special guest tonight, Miss Judith Young. Say hello, Judith, to everybody.
Hello.
And the missing Byron Bagwell. He is under the weather, not feeling great. So, Byron, wish you well. Need to get back. We got a lot of discussion on national and world topics that we need to get into that our viewers are excited to get to. Also, the missing Austin Stevens. He's our weather guru, but he did promise me to tell you guys that it will be on YouTube probably before 7 p.m. tomorrow. So, again, just look out for that if you're a YouTube viewer and subscriber. Also, mentioning that, we got a lot of things coming up. Me and Mr. Dave Holland is working on a project. As soon as he gets better and I'm better, that's going to catch your guys' eyes. I assure you, you all are going to want to be involved with this. And if this thing goes as me and Dave thinks it's going to go, Judith, you don't even know what this is. I'm telling you right now, this may be a big hit. This may be what drives On the Spot with David Rodgers and On the Spot Motorsports Media to another level. I will assure you of that, and that's all I'm going to say about that right now, because me and Dave need to start kicking ASS on this project as soon as we feel better. Right, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm excited about it. It's going to be really fun. Y'all are going to all be involved with this, and I'm telling you, this thing is going to skyrocket to the next level, Dave. Don't you think? We've had this dream. When everybody hears it and knows and sees what it's about, they're going to go, oh, my gosh. It's actually maybe eventually have a live viewing audience right here in this studio that we're sitting in. I'll just leave it at that. Judith is looking at me like, okay, yep, all right, I'm telling you. Yep. Matt Peterson, what's going on, man? Great guest tonight on that Ben Franklin. Travis Pierce Sr., hello. Matthew Key, hello. Cheryl Williams, hello. Kayla Guacamole.
Pretty much.
Oh, pretty much? Is this one of your friends?
She's actually one of our vendors.
Oh, she's one of our vendors.
Kayla is with Moon Dust and Memories. It's going to be a
Is that right? So, Kayla, is that all right if I call you Kayla Guacamole? Just for now. No, I'm messing with you. Sarah Light, right?
That's Sarah Looney.
That's Sarah Looney.
I always call her. I don't care. She will always be Sarah Looney.
Canyelle Denny, right?
Yes.
Yep. Ryan Young. Olivia Hill. Hey, let me tell you something about Olivia Hill. She's been following us, David, now for several months, likes our show. She is watching from Ghana, Africa, tonight.
Wow. Well, that means my kid in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Wow. Just like
that's definitely.
That's why I wanted to tell you, and you know this already. This show is worldwide. It is. Yes. You never know where. But she told me the other day she had to go back. God rest his soul. Her father passed away, so she had to go take care of some business in Ghana. But she is watching from Ghana, and she has said she watches a lot of podcasts. And this is a young, black, ebony woman, beautiful. And she says that our podcast, even though there's a lot of local stuff, is the most wonderful thing she's ever seen. So we thank you. We thank you for tuning in. And now that you're in Ghana, Africa, hey, look here. We're glad of that because we know we're worldwide. Hey, Nathan Foltz is on. I know him. Do you know him?
I do know him, and I've seen him. He said something about dinner earlier. And
did he?
I'm gonna have to swing by and grab him something.
Okay.
Might have to hit up Chrissy down at the Downtown Grill for some burgers tonight because I don't think I'm cooking.
Well, you better call it in here in just a few minutes as we're getting into the 8 o'clock hour, like Dave was saying. Felicia Stewart's on. Matt Peterson's on. Ryan Young, 40 is practically where we are. Melissa Krebs, hey, next week you can join us as well. We need to talk about bands, wristbands. I may have all three of y'all in here next week. We're going to need to talk about wristbands. We need to elevate this thing up, make sure everybody understands. So be prepared. If you have to get your nails done, get your makeup done or whatever, you don't need it. But if that's what I'm giving you, what am I going to say? A little bit of an advance notice. Yeah. Little carte blanche, if you want that.
Yourself.
There you go. Matt Peterson, Ben Franklin, yeah. Hello, gang, yeah. I was reading on my being wrong, yeah. Cheryl Williams, hello, Judith. Crystal Beverly.
She's out of Lake Park, Georgia.
She's okay, Lake Park, Georgia. David, I'm telling you, I wish Jimmy Langley was on. He's from the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Goodness gracious, we would have worldwide coverage.
Well, from your hometown,
Pascagoula, Mississippi,
New York sometimes,
Seattle, Washington.
Yep.
Hey, you remember
Ohio?
that? Hey, Kodiak, Alaska. Remember that?
I remember that one.
Kodiak, Alaska. I don't know if he's on. I'm trying to remember who it was. Kodiak, Alaska.
Yep.
What was that in Maine? Lewiston, Maine. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You don't think we're getting national coverage? We're getting national coverage. All right. Heather Ringbauer.
Heather Ringbauer.
How you doing?
That's my sister-in-law.
Hello, sister-in-law. Heather Ringbauer. Not Ringbear. Goodness. Nathan Foltz. The food isn't going to cook itself. Ah! He said it ain't going to cook itself. So, hey, I guess you'll stop and get some burgers.
There you go.
Ryan Young said, wasn't there shootings at the lake sometime last year? I must be talking in Lake Butler.
Yeah.
Maybe there was, Ryan. I may have missed that. You may have a point there. But it wasn't like this. It was, I think this was way on a smaller scale. Yeah, isolated incident. So, Travis Pierce, splash, bash, and he's got fires everywhere. James Preston is watching.
From Michigan.
David, are you getting all this, dude? From Michigan.
He's right outside of Detroit. That is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like Detroit. It was what, right there at 8 Mile?
He's in the suburbs.
Lincoln Park? Maybe, if he's still on, tell us. Lincoln Park, 8 Mile. I know some of that. See, you didn't think I knew, but I do. I love my geography, by the way.
Mary Tired, that's my niece, out of Lake Butler. She was actually at work at Hardee's last weekend when all that went down.
Did they shut her down?
No, they did not.
No, they did not.
No, the manager from Hardee's did not close Hardee's and made those employees stay.
Who? Okay.
Yeah.
She says Leslie and Jerome Lee. Who's that?
That is my sister and brother-in-law.
Where are they at?
They're in Lake Butler.
They're in Lake Butler.
Worthington
Okay.
Springs.
Louis Mabry, I know him. Louis, what's up?
Another high school classmate of mine
That's
from
right.
Lake Butler.
Yep. Teresa Ray Prescott. Go, Judith. Go, Judith. Run, run, run. How
I'm not
about that?
running anywhere. If
No,
y'all
she's
see
not
me
running anywhere.
If y'all see me run with me, I'm definitely
I
running from
got
something.
14 names down.
You got 14 names down. Okay. Shirley Bagwell is on.
All right.
Thank you, Shirley. We love you. She is in Americus, Georgia. Have you seen the footage? Have you seen her pics yet? Oh, man, beautiful. They're sitting out on the rocker from their motel or whatever they're staying at. It's just a beautiful pic. But they took about 4 or 5 days off. I know Donnie was under the weather a little bit, but glad to have you back.
4 or
We
5
call
days
them.
off? What is that?
No, just they're retired. You know, Byron's parents are retired, and they
So
could just
they
take
were
a
done.
4-day
Yeah,
hiatus.
those.
A 4-day hiatus.
It is so nice to have a companion to go traveling with.
Absolutely, isn't
And I
it?
don't know who's having the most fun, Shirley or Donnie, but
Donnie will say Shirley is,
Yeah.
but I assure you, Shirley would say it's Donnie, and I know it's Donnie. I guarantee you it is. You know what Donnie says? Yeah, she spends all my money.
Sounds like a good woman. She's
That sounds like yeah.
he says that with a smile.
He says it with a smile, though.
And I'm sure Nate's sitting at home watching this going, yeah.
Yeah,
He
as
probably
my
knows a thing or two.
yeah, where the food ain't cooked.
I do cook. I clean. He bought me a house.
Well, I know he did. You good? Well, you got to cook inside the house.
Yeah,
It's got a
dude,
stove,
I
doesn't
do.
it?
Yeah.
What kind of stove you got? Electric?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it one of those fancy ones?
Glass tops.
Oh, yes, new top. Yeah, oh, that's fancy.
It cranks out some serious cookies when I need it
Yep.
too. So.
Well, you got an upgrade from what I got, man. I've got that barrel that I've got to put wood in where I put my stuff.
Please.
I'm sure Shelly's watching the show going, is that right, David?
Yeah.
Well,
Shelly's
I know where you're
probably
cooking
thinking-
your supper at tonight, in that barrel outside.
She's
Yeah.
probably wondering when the last time you turned the stove on was.
Oh, I guarantee it. Our government is working against us, not for us. Teresa, exactly right. We say that each and every week. There is no doubt about that in my mind, and we'll get into that here in just a little while, or maybe the next show. May get better in a couple of years. Well, can we hold out that long, Matt? It's going to be the question for everybody. We keep bringing that up. Can we go another 2 years before we either get a Trump or a DeSantis? Look what Trump is facing now. Is he going to even be able to run? This is all things that are in the works. I will say, though, if you look at the Republican candidates right now, there's a strong contingent and group. I wouldn't mind going 3 or 4 deep in that. Your Byron tell you the same thing. I just hate this DeSantis and Trump fighting stuff. It's dividing the party and dividing candidates. And the last thing that we need is for this regime right here to get reelected. If that happens, I can assure you, take your money out of everywhere that you got it, and put it somewhere, because I'm telling you, they are going to go get that money. If you got a 401k, Joe Biden's already trying to go into your 401k and get some of your 401k. Damn. Yeah.
It's a shame.
Let me give you a little bit of advice, marketing advice, and stocks and things like that. If you have a 401k right now, and it has $500,000 in it or more, and you're 59 and a half, get it the hell out of there. Without the penalty, you can take it without the penalty. Go reinvest it on yourself. Put it in a bank. Let it draw interest. Keep it at home. Do something, because I assure you, they are looking to cut this deficit, and they're looking to keep paying Social Security. They keep on paying, people that need assistance, and where's the money coming from? It's got to come from somewhere, right? Money, it just doesn't grow on trees. They got to get it from somewhere, and guess what? They're going to go into those things. I'm 61, and I'm thinking about doing it. I really am. I'm trying to hold out, man. But for me to get my full Social Security, if it's there, Judith, I got 6 more years, 67. At 67, I can draw $3,200 a month. Man, is it going to be around that long? Can I wait that long? Is this economy going to crash? I know you're a little bit older than me, and I know you work. You got your own business, but you pay in your taxes and your Social Security and everything. Yeah. Are you worried? Probably not as much as me.
Not right now, because my investments are in different direction than 401.
Gotcha. I got you on that. Yeah. All right. Renee Pittman? Renee?
Yes, Renee Pittman. We got Ashley Attiles, who is up in Tallahassee.
Another Tallahassee, Anthony Black.
Her husband is probably watching Florida's First Family and keeping them safe tonight. Her husband works for FDLE and works for Mr. Ron DeSantis himself. So, do you remember that police chase video I shared a while back over in Gainesville?
Was this him?
Her husband is the officer that jumped out of the patrol truck and nabbed the guy. So
what's his name? What's his first name?
Frank Attiles.
Frank, I gave a prayer today, and I included you guys in it. Let me tell you something, man. You guys don't get paid enough for what you do. I see you got a beautiful wife and a beautiful family here, and you going out each and every day in a big city like Tallahassee is, where there's all kinds of things going on. I commend you, sir, and I appreciate me, David, anybody, Judith, anybody that's here. We appreciate your service and what you do each and every night. So those residents in Tallahassee and Leon County can rest their head at night knowing a guy like Frank is out there and got their back.
Yes, sir.
And they don't come no better than Frank. One of the most awesome guys I've had the pleasure of knowing. Like, really just a stand-up guy.
Good. I like him like that. Ashley, your husband is doing a wonderful job. You tell, if he's not on, you tell him that we said so, please. Renee Pittman is from where?
Renee Pittman is in Providence, Union County.
Oh, how about that? Providence, Lake Butler. Hey,
if you guys are on the market for
tonight.
Jams and jellies and homemade cakes and stuff,
give it up.
She is your girl. Pittman Sweets. She made me some cowboy candy. Joel and I were working on a sandwich idea on Heifer Stew's food truck, and we needed cowboy candy, and she came through, and it was absolutely amazing. So much better than we were expecting.
All right. Melissa Cribbs, as you said, has armbands. Lee Thompson's watching. You know Lee?
Lee is over in Lake Butler.
Lake Butler again, man. Look at this, David. A lot of Lake Butler. This is Lake Butler girl,
I'm
man.
a Lake Butler girl.
301 goes through Clay County. Yep, exactly. Most schools are serving breakfast and lunch. Thank you again for that, Teresa. I forgot all about that, and I just hadn't seen it. I may have missed it in the paper, but thank you for making us aware of that. Travis Pierce Sr., bring it on, Hurricane. Lots of laughs.
Travis is a tree guy.
Oh, Travis is a tree guy.
He has Pierce Lawn and Tree, so hurricane season is one of those busy times for him.
That's why he's saying that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bring it on. James Preston, Jubby.
That is... Okay.
Juby or Jubby?
So I used to be a little bit of a gamer.
Okay.
And that is
really?
Go figure. I was into computer games and I had a character named Jubilee. That's where my cookie business got the name from, and I've been Jubes for many, many years, like probably going on 20 now.
Oh, okay. Sam Allstat. Yeah, we know Sam. You know Sam. Yep, she's on and watching. Good evening, Sam. I know you know Sam. Matt Peterson, let me know if I can help. Yep. Mopar or no car, Nathan says.
Yep.
Yep. Buddy, Nathan.
Mitchell is not here tonight to reiterate that. You drive a Nissan. Don't come at me.
Well, hey, I didn't say anything. Hey, what do your old girls say? CC Marie? I rode in that Nissan. It got her from point A to point B to point C.
I love CC. Like, she's got such good energy, but she pulled up in a Mustang the other day, and
yep. I sort of seen your face.
You seen I still had my fresh new Mopar tattoo healing, so
all right.
Dedicated.
Kayla says hey and yes. Lee Thompson says hey, Judith. By the way, Jacob Underhill. You know Jacob?
Jacob Underhill, actually one of our vendors that I'm super excited about.
Vendors, stay on because we are getting there. I promise you. I promise you. I'm just trying to acknowledge everybody. I promise you we're getting there.
Hey, Jacob.
And here we go. Ellen Disher Williams. Teresa Ray Prescott, she said straight facts. Ellen Disher Williams is one of our long-time viewers. Loves everything that we do. Great person. If you ever need any help, she will definitely give you the shirt off her back. I know her that well. Trump 2024, she says. We'll talk about that later, Ellen. We got to get away from this trial that's going down in Miami, and we'll see. Live, love, and give happiness to everyone you see and meet. You never know what they are going through. D.A. Dennis Cruz. Nice saying, by the way. D.A. Dennis Cruz. Austin Stevens. Hey, Austin. I don't want to think about a hurricane hitting Florida. Please be quiet. Yes.
Well, I'm going to have to put Austin on speed dial. Because, like I said, working on a food truck in the evenings now here in Stark, I'm going to want to be up to date on the weather for this area.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to play a big factor into what we do with heifer stews.
Yeah.
Austin's Weather Service, Austin Stevens, get to know him, like him on Facebook. He will give you the latest and greatest update, whether it's hurricane season or not. He'll give you the latest update in the weather, which I'll be reading here in just a few minutes after we get through discussing our business. Cheryl Williams says, Mitchell Gunner says, Mopar, no car. Yeah, Mopar and I hear all these Mopars. Yeah, that's great. Cheryl Williams, call out to all the car show drivers. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, Cheryl, for sure.
Well, Cheryl's husband, Mr. Ray Williams, that owns Rebels, now he has a pretty famous car for this
Yes,
area.
he does.
That AMC Javelin of his is a sight. I don't know what else to say about it. It is breathtaking.
It is the most beautiful car that I have seen in this area, and probably around this region.
Well,
I'll tell you right now, I like Mopar and I like American Muscle. I ain't got that kind of money like you and Mitchell have to go out and buy these things. Maybe eventually one day when I pull my 401k. But anyway, that Javelin, I'm sorry, guys.
It's a showstopper.
I would take that Javelin over your Mopars.
Everybody would. And honestly,
you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
We had the pleasure of going to festivals of speed down in Ocala with that car, and honestly, still sitting amongst all those other cars at the Equestrian Center, it is still a showstopper.
Let me ask something. I know it wins a lot around here, and that's why sometimes he just comes and shows it.
He does.
Does he win outside of the areas?
Absolutely, absolutely. If anybody would ever like to take a peek at the trophy case, he does display some of his biggest and best ones in his office down at Rebels Fast Lube. And he's got some pretty impressive ones.
Yeah, that car.
Very, very impressive ones.
I would love it.
It's a metallic candy apple red. Mm-hmm. Apple red. And you pop the hood, it's all chrome.
It's all chrome, David. Every bit of you. Hey, I'm telling you right now, Judith would, and I know I would. I would take a steak and put it on there, and I would cut that steak up and eat it on that chrome.
First of all, you're not going to get near that chrome.
No, of course, no. I'm just saying, it's that clean.
If you've seen the post about the Splash Bash car show that Mitchell's been sharing, the car that is in the post. Yeah. That's the car. That's Ray Williams' Javelin.
Yeah. So, beautiful car. Ellen Disher Williams said, she gave me some hearts for saying what I said. That's just telling the truth. Austin's Weather Service is a great service, I hear. Yeah, no kidding, Austin. Go ahead and promote yourself. But yeah, it is.
I can testify. Austin came through for us on the food truck one night when we weren't really sure we were getting some conflicting information. And, like, he was right there. He had screenshots and everything
David?
showing what was going on with radar in this area. I mean, you don't get any more precise and detailed than that.
All right. Judith Young is going to talk a little. David, do you need to roll some beautiful beam footage while she's talking, or when do you want that to come in? Do we want to take a quick commercial break, or do we want to just go ahead and roll?
No, go ahead and roll, and I'll just throw up the pics as you're talking.
All right. While she is talking about the vendors and Splash Bash, I am going to be shuffling the cards. Somebody tonight will have a chance to win a $10 gift certificate to the Downtown Grill. Judith, since you are a guest, you can play. But what needs to happen is I need to see your name. So when I get ready to do this, Jacob, I'm sorry I'm late to the show, but I'm here. Okay, no problem.
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob, hey, yeah, no doubt. Well, you missed a good show so far, but you can go back and watch it in its entirety as soon as we get done on Facebook Live, and you'll be able to watch it tomorrow night on YouTube. What we do here is we play a game called High Card. Now, Byron and everybody's lives go, those cards suck. You pulled low card, blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, I talked over with it with my producer, my director, Dave Holland. And Dave, I proposed this to Dave. Dave said, yeah, go ahead and do it. So I asked Dave what that bottom card was a while ago, and he told me it's a 9. 9s are wild. You can make them anything you want. Now, here's the kicker. If you get the 9 of spades and then the 9 of diamonds is out there, well, spades is higher than a diamond. So we're going to go like that. So it's going to go spades, diamonds, clubs, hearts. Okay?
If you want, that's
Yeah, let's do that. All right. So here we go. You need to let me know that you're on, but go ahead and talk a little bit. Well, Dave, should we go ahead? We got a lot of people. We probably ought to do this.
I got like 20 names wrote
There's
down.
17 here.
If you want to throw down and then them come back after you call them out.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, Matt Peterson, here's your card, sir. Are you ready? It's a 5 of hearts. You got to tell it back to me. But Dave's going to write it down. That probably's not going to win anything. All right. Yeah. All right, who's next? Nathan Fultz. This is your card. Nathan Fultz. Ooh! King of Spades. That's a winner so far. Need to repeat it back to me, though.
That means type
it in. Yes, key it back in. All right. D.A. Dennis Cruz, you're calling your card? Well, here's your card. D.A. Dennis Cruz, a 6 of hearts. You were close. He said that he wanted the 10 of hearts. Okay, whatever. All right. Shirley Bagwell, here you go. Oh, well, wait. Ellen Disher Williams, here's your card. You got to repeat it back to me. Here's your card.
Ellen,
a 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs. Okay, Nathan, repeat it back. All right, sure. All right, let me see. Hang on a minute here. Shirley Bagwell, this is your card. Shirley Bagwell. Repeat it back. It is a 3 o'clock. Don't worry about it.
Why'd you do that to her?
I know. She won last week, and she won the first week.
Yeah.
So she was on a roll. All right, Cheryl Williams, this is your card, ma'am. It is a 5 of diamonds. I shuffled these, I swear, and I even made 9s. Hey, wild. So King of Spades so far. Is that your husband? Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. All right, Cheryl Williams. All right. Sam. Here she is. Sam Shee, here we go. This is your card. A jack. You got burnt. A jack of hearts. Wow. Jack of hearts. Ellen, she's got one. Travis, did Travis get one? Travis Pierce? Not yet, did he?
Not yet, I don't think so.
And did Ellen get one? Ellen got one, didn't she?
Ellen got one.
Okay. Here is Travis Pierce Sr. Oh, so close. An 8 of diamonds. Sorry. All these low cards, everybody's saying, yeah. All right, Melissa Cribbs. Here we go. Uh-oh. Your husband just got burnt. I'm assuming you want that to be the ace of spades. A 9. That's a wild card. I'm assuming you want that to be the ace of spades. So, there you go. Melissa Cribbs on the hook. Who else is on here? Give me a name if you don't have a card yet. There's still 3 other 9s out there. Wow, Nathan's probably madder than a wet hen. Wow. Anybody else on here? Who else is on? Come on back to me. Yeah, she said the ace of spades. Kayla, here you go. Here's your card.
All right, Kayla, you got this. What do we got? What do you got?
She got burnt. Kayla, I'm sorry, baby. You got burnt. That's the king of clubs.
I tried.
Oh, goodness. All right. Lee Thompson. Here we go. Here's your card.
Yeah. He says.
Oh!
There you go.
The 9 of diamonds.
So now we have Lee and Melissa.
Lee and Melissa with the ace of spades. Both of them has the ace of spades. You got to repeat it back to me. Okay. Here, you got to repeat it, or you got to type it back into me. Not repeat it. Type it back into me. All right. So, Lee, you got to tell me that you got that 9 of diamonds. Okay, there it is. Donnie Bagwell.
Listen.
5 of clubs.
Now, he came out and seen us on
I did.
You couldn't do
I couldn't do better than that. I didn't want him to get burnt. Who else? Who else has got one? We're gonna have a draw off here. So, hey, who? You know what? I don't know about that. Who else is out there? Give me another name. How about your friend there from Tallahassee? Or she can give it to you. What's her name?
Ashley Achilles.
Ashley, are you on? Ashley. Here we go. Here's your card, Ashley.
What did you get?
Let's see.
Come on.
I'm not even going to tell you what that was. It's no good.
I'm sorry, sis. You know I love you.
Yeah, okay. So that 2 of hearts, Dave. Anybody else on here? And then you wrap this up so Judith can get it her segment. What time is it, Dave, locally?
It's 8:23.
Are you kidding me? 8:23 locally. My gosh.
You know we do this every time we get together.
Yeah, I do it with him, too. We get to talking about it, and it just flies. Anybody else? Because I got to cut this. I'm giving one last chance. Anybody else? All right. That's it? Nobody else? Okay. So we have a draw, right?
Yep.
Between Melissa
and Lee Thompson.
And Lee Thompson. Okay, look.
9 of hearts and a 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, okay. So, same rule applies. Same rule applies. 9s or wilds are still.
Win.
Huh?
High card wins.
High card wins right here. Yep. Now, there's still 2 9s out there, so this is good. All right, who wants the first card? Melissa or Lee? Type it in.
We'll do ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. All right, here we go. Melissa, here's your card. Ladies first.
What do we got? I'm sorry, Melissa.
Sorry, Melissa.
Pair of 4s.
4 of diamonds. No, well, this is her high card, so it'd be a 4 of diamonds either way.
And a 9's wild card.
Well, yeah, if you want to call a pair of 4s, you can. Call a pair of 4s. Yeah, it's fine. All right.
All right, now, Mr. Lee.
Lee, are you ready?
Yeah, I like Lee.
Are you kidding me? A pair of 4s. We got another draw-off.
Oh, man.
Man, this is going crazy. Crazy. You got to come back and tell me what card you got now, just so I know you're on.
No, I did see it. Okay.
Okay, ready? Okay, yep. Both of y'all had a pair of 4s. All right, David, let's take the pair out. High card here.
Okay.
Just whatever the card comes out. Ladies first again, or you want Lee to go first this time?
We do ladies first.
Ladies first. All right, here we go.
I'm a little old-fashioned like
Melissa, here's your card. I'm old-fashioned like that too, and so is Dave. Ooh! Queen of clubs.
Oh.
So they're not all low cards. Melissa, you're in the lead. Lee has a draw. All right, Lee. This is your card, sir.
Bring it home for Lake Butler. What do we got?
Oh, my God.
My face just
was,
gives it
I know
away.
it, yeah.
I can't even.
It was close. It was a 10 of spades.
All right.
Melissa,
All right.
congratulations. You got a $10 gift card for me for the Downtown Grill. All right. So, Melissa, circle her Dave. Remind me to give her hers. Congratulations, Melissa. You're a winner. All right. Let's get to the vendor part of the Splash Bash.
And we've spent so much time talking, and there really is so much to talk about from the vendor aspect of things. Actually, several of the vendors have tuned in tonight. A big shout out to Travis Pierce, who is with Big T's Barbecue and More.
Yep.
I'm very, very excited about these ribs. I've been seeing that he's cooking. I'm a rib person. Jacob Underhill is on tonight. Now, Jacob doesn't have a food truck. He is actually kind of small town famous around here now. Jacob was on Last Blade Standing. He is a local blacksmith. He does specialize in knives and cutlery and stuff like that. And what he's going to be doing this year at Splash Bash, he's bringing his forge.
Yes.
And we are going to have him set up doing blacksmithing demonstrations.
Yep.
Super excited about that. I'm a big supporter of the trades.
Me too.
Absolutely, 100%. I love what he does. Honestly, Nate and I have been tossing around the idea of a custom set of kitchen knives for our new house.
There he is, right there, ladies and
Jacob
gentlemen.
right there. So, the guy's doing good work. Really, really good work. Now, granted, we have to remember that this event is being held on school campus, so he's not going to have any knives for sale within the event. Now, he is going to have lots of pictures and stuff like that, and if anybody is interested in purchasing something from Jacob, they can always get together and take care of that transaction afterwards, another time. But
he said, you know what he told me? He told me he was going to cut my hair with one of those knives at
I believe
on
it.
stage.
I think he could probably do it.
Dave,
I honestly do.
Dave, you're my barber, but I'm sure he can cut it, but I'll just rather you do it.
I'll be there to watch, maybe.
Supervise. We do have some other fantastic vendors from this area. Nick Tomlinson from Limp Brisket, who is another one of our big barbecue trucks, man. Have you had a chance to try those burn-ins and grits? That
No, I have not.
Listen, absolutely amazing. On screen now, we got a Mangio's Stone Fire Pizza. We're going to have pizza at Splash Bash, so we've got a little variety that's going to happen. As well, we got tacos coming. Who doesn't love a taco?
I don't know, but I do.
We've got Daddy-O's portable patio that is going to be there. Jen and them, like, I've been checking out their menu. Everything looks phenomenal. Hey, and another one, one that showed up a little late to the game that I'm super excited about. Sauced Up is breaking out the food truck, and he is making an appearance at Splash Bash this year.
Wow. All right, Judith. What in the hell is that on the screen? You got to tell me what that is and who's got that.
That is Limp Brisket. Right?
David, are you kidding me?
What's
coleslaw,
onion rings.
Oh my God.
Pork.
Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. My gosh, yeah, it's growling big. Holy mess.
Who else am I missing? Well, let's see. Well, we got Sauced Up. We got a Mangio, so we got the pizza.
You got the tacos.
We got the tacos from Daddy-O's. We got Big T's for some more barbecue. We got Sauced Up for seafood.
Yep. And then your two concessions.
I do, yes. The football boosters will have the concession stands open. They're going to have all of their regular items that they typically do during football season. So, depending on what your kids... Not all kids are going to want... tacos and burnt-ins. But it will be there. We will have hamburgers and hot dogs. Concession stand's going to have popcorn and chips and sodas and stuff like that. And speaking of drinks, to beat the heat, we have two fantastic shaved ice vendors going to be there.
Yeah, Melissa just brought one up that I love, too. Ooh.
Kona Ice.
Yes,
Kona Ice
that's what you brought up.
And one of the things I love about Kona Ice is, did you know that Kona Ice is donating a portion of all their proceeds from this event to Shop with a Cop here in Bradford County?
You know, I did, and you know, unfortunately, and we'll get into this later, but our softball game had to get canceled.
It did, and he was going to be there for that. But we're adjusting on the fly. But still, overall sales for the day, Kona Ice is going to be making a donation to an event that's very dear to all of us. I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
And we can't leave out Tay Shaved Ice.
Yep. Good.
Tay is 8 years old. Tay is 8 years old. She is a little entrepreneur. Her and her mom do this. And this is Tay's college fund. So, absolutely. So, 2 great shaved ice vendors. Both of them out there with a good cause. They have a reason to be there and they're doing good things. Now, that was the food. That was the drinks. We highlighted Jacob Underhill a little bit. We do have some other great vendors that are going to be there. Lots of crafts. And something I'm really excited about, and I'm sure you will be too, we have some sweets going to be there. We have K3 Cakery.
Like God needs sweets.
And I don't know if you guys have seen her around down there at Tractor Supply, but Mama P's Goodies.
Dave, have you seen that? Mama P's Goodies?
She has
Sounds
these.
good.
She has giant cookies. Now, Dave, you've had my cookies. My cookie, she does giant.
Yeah, by the way there. Nathan, listen. Grab some of her cookies, put them in a bag. I don't care what you do. Put them in a small baggie. And can you ever bring me some? Everybody on the cruise had some except me.
You missed out.
Yeah, I missed out.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're good. I know I'll get some eventually.
Unfortunately, Sweet Jubilee is on a little hiatus right now. I'm really trying to focus on my spare time into Splash Bash, so I will be back in the kitchen baking again after the 4th of July. But honestly, right now we're down to that last 3-week mark, and I believe all of us that are on the leadership and staff of this event, like pretty much are up to our eyeballs in making sure that we pull this off and do the biggest and best event Bradford County's ever seen.
And that's a great point that you, Nathan just ratted her out too. Hey, I don't get to have any of them either. Well, there you go, Nathan. I guess that's why I don't get any either.
Listen, I'm totally making him eat Taco Bell tonight.
Hey, that went from the downtown grill to Taco Bell.
And I know he loves Taco Bell. His stomach does not.
Matt, and I'm glad that you said that because, when we got to talk about other things that are tying into this whole event. Yes, we still do need volunteers. If you want to volunteer, hey, you can go. I'll let you take care of the Splash Bash page. But you can go to onthespot32091@gmail.com. That's our Gmail address here. You can give me your name. I will forward it to the correct people that need to have it. You can go to david.rogers1352@yahoo.com or david.rogers, and that's with a D, RODGRS, 1532@gmail.com.
And also, real simple, if you are interested, if you, let's say you have a church organization, a youth group, we're looking for teenagers, or, hey, maybe you don't have anything going on that day, you don't want to sit around the house by yourself, it's real simple. You can reach out to myself or Michael Heater. We're very easy to find on Facebook. Or simply email us. It is starksplashbash@gmail.com. No numbers, just plain and simple Stark Splash Bash. Just tell us, hey, I was really interested in being a vendor. And hey, you get a t-shirt. We got some meal vouchers going on for those of us that are, for those that are going to give us a hand that day. And we have all kinds of different activities. We are looking for individuals to help keep an eye on the water slides because we're going to have 15 of them there. 15 water slides. And I know how those kids were last year. They were absolutely having fast. And sometimes they just needed somebody to tell, just slow down a little bit. It's not going nowhere.
Right.
So we're looking for people with that. We have a parade. And I don't know. Have you seen the big announcement on the parade?
No.
Our military flyover.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I'm
so
excited about that.
Dude,
now,
I am.
They are, what is it, World War II era planes?
So they're, yes, the P-51s, yes, they were used in the war during World War II. and they will be doing 2 of them, right? Is it 2 of them?
No, it's
or
3.
Is it 3?
3.
It's 3. They're going to be doing a flyover of that parade to get the parade kicked off, as that does kick off at 11 a.m. So, yeah.
Straight down
so we got a flyover.
Flyover about 11 a.m.
Yes, sir. We need you to get some footage of that. Beautiful beat footage.
Absolutely. And I know we have opened the parade up to Jeepers, and I know, being a Jeeper myself, I know we love taking photos
Absolutely.
of our Jeeps. That would be an excellent photo opportunity for some folks.
Okay. Yes, I'm glad you said that. Ellen Disher-Williams, I got your name down. Please come to the meeting next Monday night at 5:30 at the EOC, the Bradford County Sheriff's Office. And you can join in with us, and we'll tell you what we have available, what you're interested in doing. Please come to the meeting. I will remind you. I will send you an email or hit you up on Messenger and remind you of that meeting. Meeting next Monday night at 5:30. Dave, I'd like for you to be there too, even though you may not be able to help or as far as anything directly. Yeah. But there's some things that I want you to listen to that maybe during part of the day that you could get for us. You know what I mean? So Dave will be there. So anybody that wants to do that, please come at 5:30 next Monday night at the Bradford EOC Sheriff's Office right there. Michael Heater will be directing the meeting, and you'll be hearing from several of the staff on what's going on and what we've got locked down. I do want to tell you that Nathan said don't waste his money. You know what that means. And one question for you. What time should vendors be there for setup that day, Judith? And you knew that question was going to get at.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. And since I have so many of my vendors right here, it's a good opportunity to tell me. So we are planning on having the gates open for you guys to set up about 9 a.m. Here's my stipulation. You got to be done and set up by 11 because we're going to be getting ready to open those gates up, and we're going to have people in there. So we want everything to be set up, tidied up, and ready to go by 11 a.m. because that is when we are going to start kicking things off.
Good deal. All right. Dwight, I did not know you was on unless you came on. Man, Dwight was awful quiet tonight.
He was quiet.
Yeah, he was quiet because he said good night, everyone. God bless America. Absolutely. We definitely agree with you. He didn't even come on to get a number. Man, he must have come on late. He may have came on late.
I don't remember seeing anything.
I don't remember seeing him either. All right. Great job, Judith. Next week you'll be on with us. We're going to have Melissa Cribbs on. We'll have a full house.
Yeah,
Byron Bagwell.
Mike was supposed to. Yes, I don't think that'd be a problem. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we missed out on Mike tonight. But listen, Mike has such a full plate right now. He has put so much into this event, and really, like, our ultimate goal is we want Stark to be the 4th of July destination in this area. Mm-hmm. We know Keystone does their events, we know Lake Butler has their events, but we want everybody in Stark. Mm-hmm. And I say that I'm a Lake Butler girl. I've spent many Independence Days down at that lake in Lake Butler, but with the lineup that we have multiple concerts, we have the car show,
which I'm going to get into next week on that. I'll get into
when we
the
get Mitchell
entertainment.
Here. We have a great assortment of food lined up. We got the vendor market. You're going to be able to buy everything from baked goods to cups to T-shirts, custom-made bags, and one of my favorite ones that I'm so excited about, Miss Beth Tillman from Sporting Chance. We are going to have her set up, and Beth is bringing the 4th of July goodies. She is going to have the 4th of July koozies and the glasses and the light-up wands and all of that there for sale that evening. You know the kiddos are going to want a souvenir. It's 4th of July. But just to drop this in there also, Beth already has her 4th of July gear out in the shop. So if you and your family want to dress up in patriotic gear for the 4th of July, you need to get by Sporting Chance. Go see Beth, and she also has those wristbands on sale Monday through Friday.
That's exactly right.
That's another big thing.
If you buy a wristband from them, you pay $3.
$3. Yeah, you can come see me down at Rebels Monday through Friday. I'll have them for $3 and Fun Point. But if you wait until the day of and wait, and not only that, not only are you paying $5, but you're going to have to wait in that line.
Oh,
you got to wait in that line
line
and pay that $5.
Prepaid wristband gets you through the
Yes, sir.
Walk right through.
Walk right
You're
on through.
already paid.
You already paid.
So we have Fun Point. Fun Point is great if you work later in the evenings or you're tied up during the week. So evenings and weekends, Fun Point is your place to score them. But if you're available Monday through Friday, like I said, Beth Tillman over at Sporting Chance, and I'll be down at Rebels, and we can get you taken care of.
And, of course, the spots. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Where is Sporting Chance?
Sporting Chance is actually right on 301 next to the college, the Andrews Center, and Winkler's.
Winkler's, right
It's on the corner. Right there on the corner.
The south end of Winkler's building.
Yes. Right there on the corner.
Sporting Chance used to be on the other side.
Over there by Little Caesars, right?
Yeah.
Dixie,
Right. It used to be on the other side of Orange Street.
Right.
Right there over there by the Caesars.
Well, they
place.
moved too, and so is Rebels. I actually got a phone call at work today, and somebody, even though we've been at our new location now for 4 years, I think, maybe going on 5. Somebody didn't realize that we had moved, and so since we're no longer in downtown Stark, we've relocated and have a brand new facility, top notch. One of the most, I keep hearing we have the most comfortable waiting room and the best coffee. But we are down next to the old Chevy dealership. Can't miss us. Big blue building on left hand side.
Nice building. Brings a lot of class out there to 301. That's
it really
for sure.
does.
Big blue building.
It is, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing some other stuff move down to that end of town. I mean, Stark really is expanding. If you look at the projected growth of this area and the people that are moving to this community, like, I really expect to see that end of town start to boom again.
I
mean,
really
because
do.
there's only so much room downtown. Like, we're growing, like, outwards.
On the spot with David Rodgers, our studio is at that end of town also.
Where we're doing this show, right? That very good point.
We're doing this show.
All right. So, Melissa Cribb's got a good point for you, David, and for anybody. It's the old Julius Florist.
There you go.
Yeah.
The old Julius Florist. All of us has gotten flowers or candies or anything from there. It is the old Julius Florist.
Yeah.
Way to go there, Melissa, for getting us up. She says, hit me up by any time for your armbands. And Matt Peterson said, how about 2 a.m., Melissa? Oh, yeah.
Melissa, well, you're going to have to cover that one.
You're going to have to cover that, Melissa.
Because me and Beth in Fun Point, we have our ticket sale or wristband sale schedule pretty much locked down. So we're going to let you handle that one.
Yeah, and one more thing that I do want to add to that ticket sales real quick as we're running into the 8:43 Eastern time frame. I know, it's crazy. Okay, we're having fun, and here we go with the time. But listen, hey, we do have another outside event for you where you can come by and purchase your tickets. Judith will be with me. Hopefully Melissa, maybe you, Dave, whoever can come out with us. WAG Eagle Country 106.3, right there at the radio station, right there on South Water Street. We're going to be set up on June 24th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That will be the last times, as far as that deal goes, that you can get your tickets. You can come up and come by. Hey, drive your car right around. Judith's going to come out there with the badge.
A little clipboard.
Hey, little clipboard, couple of wristbands, money exchange, boom, and you go. Hey, that's how quick it's going to be. Listen out for that. We've got radio advertisings on that's going to be going on for the next couple of weeks, the day of. So please, if you can't get your tickets at any of these other locations or from any of these other people today, and wow, that is a good number. Melissa sold 20 today.
Good deal. Awesome. So she's got me beat at this point.
At this point. So,
but we also need to remind people, listen, if you're not already, if you're on Facebook, if you're seeing this, you're on Facebook, go follow the Stark Splash Bash page. That way you are up to date on everything that is going on, where the tickets are for sale, new events that are getting added daily. Go follow the Facebook page.
That's exactly right. And you'll get all this information. All right. Want to go over one quick thing here. I want to do the weather. But before we do that, don't forget, On the Spot Motorsports Media page with our great brother, our other DOR man, our new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth, Mitchell Gunner, will be on tomorrow night. Normally comes on Thursdays. But he has a special guest tomorrow night, as they're going to be talking about a couple of things, and I want to get to it right here, as I know he sent it to me. Here we go. It's 6 Summer 2023. He's going to have his podcast tomorrow afternoon at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the same time we started our show, tomorrow night, and his special guest is going to be, drag racers Jimmy Reinhardt, Devin Vanderhoof, and Sick the Mag Rider. Hey, Garrick Putnam, who does the play. I like to call it the play-by-play, but it's the action over at the Gainesville Raceway when they race the Summit Series and things like that. He's going to be on there to discuss Six Summer 2023. Absolutely. 3 guests. He will have a great show. Join Mitchell Gunner on the Spot Motorsports Media tomorrow night, 7 p.m. sharp, and Mitchell will get you through all your motorsports news, updates, networks, things that he's working on, and plus these 3 great guests, talking about Six Summer 2023. All right, going back to the weather, I want to hit you up on that just so everybody knows what's going on. The weather is provided by Austin Stevens Weather Service. Austin's Weather Service. You can go on there anytime and get your forecast. Here we go. Nice little one here. Rest of the day or tonight, partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Near steady temperatures in the lower 90s. West winds around 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Right tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain still 20%. Your forecast for Wednesday, partly cloudy, a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 90s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Heat index, Judith, values up to 105.
I could do with all that, without all that.
Yeah.
Working outside.
Oh, man. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorm. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Thursday, mostly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the lower 90s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to around 15 miles per hour in the afternoon. Chance of rain 70%. So look out for that. Thursday night through Saturday night, showers and thunderstorms likely. Lows in the lower 70s, David. Highs around 90 plus. Chance of rain for those 3 or 4 days, 70%. Yeah, I know.
Oh man, and it's usually in the evening.
It is.
And I was looking forward to it because Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings is when I get to see my Heifer Stews people.
Yeah.
And I love my Heifer Stews people. I love setting up down there at Strickland's. It's such a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, we really.
Weather barring though, right? Weather permitting, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. If we're gonna have some rain tomorrow, it might put a little
damper. They put a little damper on that.
So.
All right. I want to go ahead and close up the show. Judith, first and foremost, thank you for joining me tonight. You'll join me next week along with Melissa Cribbs. Melissa, I've said it 14 times, so you better be ready to join us tomorrow. So get prepared as you're going to talk about wristbands, armbands, some of the things that deal with that in your group. She's going to be back with us to talk about vendors and vendor updates. I'm going to give you a entertainment update next week as well. We should have Michael Heater in the house also to go over the overall view of this Star Splash Bash. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say it again. The next 2 to 3 to 4 shows that we do, we're going to be talking about this because we want this event to be bigger and better than it was last year, and it already is, to be honest with you.
It really is. What's Mike saying? Star-spangled spectacular?
Yeah,
and it really is.
It really is.
I mean, with the turnout we had last year, this one is just going to blow all of that out the water.
It should. The only thing that I can see, and again, I don't want to put any negative, the only thing I can see that would be holding us up, and y'all know what all that means, would be a weather casualty or a weather disaster.
Yeah, but we have some plans put in place for that. We do, and we have Austin looking out for us, so we'll be able to prepare ahead of time. But as far as vendors go, we've got a nice shady pole barn for them.
Absolutely.
We've got a big, beautiful stage that we're going to have Eli Rodgers and Southern Burn performing on.
Yep.
Can't forget Joel Norman.
Yep.
You know Joel very well.
Yep.
I've told you about Joel DJ and my Sweet 16 party.
Yes, and he told me about it too. Yeah, I was all like, okay, all right, what the heck happened there? No secrets got out of that place.
No.
So, yeah, there was a bunch of secrets at that place. It actually went really well.
It was a great Halloween-themed party. We'll just one of the best Lake Butler had seen.
Matt Peterson, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take an overcast any day and no rain.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The cooler, the better. I know the kids probably would say, hey, heat that thing up. We got water over here. But
now, you know,
I'd say
we had a little shower earlier in that morning, but by the time we were ready to kick things off for the parade, which we only had a golf cart parade last year, me and Bob Milner actually worked on that one, but it had already settled down. And the skies cleared up, and I got some incredible shots of the fantastic fire parade. What is it, ladder 17?
Ladder 7, yep.
With the flag
and
blue skies in the background. So I'm optimistic.
All right. Even if, let's just go down the beaten path. Let's go down the devil's path for a minute.
Oh, hush.
Even if this does get canceled, guess what? We have a contingency plan.
There you go.
And y'all didn't know that. This event will carry over to Labor Day weekend.
Absolutely.
So this will not be just a wash. Maybe a wash for that weekend, but it will not be a wash for the whole thing, because we do have it scheduled for Labor Day weekend. So we're hoping for the best. I'm sure we're going to get the best. We're going to give you our best. For sure, anybody in the Bradford and surrounding counties, even if you live out of here and you want to come over here for a cheap weekend, hey, come on over. The more the merrier. We got a new Holiday Inn Express here. I'm sure that probably rates will be going up. I'm sure just because it's holiday weekend. Let's face it.
It is.
It's just the way it is.
Let's not forget we got KOA also.
Absolutely.
KOA is our designated campground for Splash Bash. So if you have a camper or an RV, that's the place to be. Go get with Happy down there.
Yep.
Tell her you're there for the event, and she will take care of you.
And it's not Happy Gilmore, by the way.
No.
It's just Happy.
It's Happy.
Because somebody called her Happy Gilmore, and I was like, oh, jeez, here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you for everybody that came on, especially our vendors and our vendor crew. Judith, I just want to say this about you. You have been doing an amazing job with this vendor thing. I know it's been a long time in the making. A lot of phone calls, a lot of planning, a lot of back and forth and emails and messages. And here, I need this, do that. And it's still not done yet.
No,
it's still not done. You're locked down, but there's still
more to do. There's still so much more to do.
All right.
So, but I have the opportunity. I'm working with some great people on this, and I can't wait for Bradford and everybody else to see what we've put all this hard work and effort into. Because we really have. We're putting on a show for them.
Sounds great. On behalf of myself, creator and host David Rodgers, my special guest Judith Young Sally. You don't like to be called that no more, do you?
No, I don't use Sally.
Yeah, that's just Judith Young. My producer, the Dancing Destroyer, Super Dave Holland. Hey, and the Mr. Byron Bagwell, and my boy over there, Mr. Austin Stevens. Good night. God bless. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Hey, keep reaching for the stars, guys. You'll be able to grab one day. God bless. See ya. Peace out.